Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for August the 27th, read by Kirsty S. from the East Midlands in the United Kingdom. AA Thoughts for the Day. Vision. Vision is, I think, the ability to make good estimates, both for the immediate and for the more distant future. Some might feel this sort of striving to be a sort of heresy, but we AAs are constantly telling ourselves one day at a time. But that valuable principle really refers to our mental and emotional lives and means chiefly that we are not foolishly to repine over the past, nor wishfully to daydream about the future. Vision is therefore the very essence of prudence, an essential virtue if ever there was one. 12 Concepts for World Service, page 40. Thought to consider. The road to recovery is always under construction. Acronyms. ODAAT. One day at a time. Just for today. All I could think of from A Vision of Recovery. While in a juvenile detention centre about 500 miles from my home, I received word that my mother was dying of cancer. I was able to get a pass and return home to spend time with her. One evening, my family asked me if I would stay home with my mother and give her the medicine she was required to take. I had already had a few drinks and was anxious to get out and party with my friends, but I reluctantly agreed to stay. Self-pity set in, and all I could think of was the good time I could have been having. I got very impatient with my mother, and when she refused to take her medicine, I almost forced it into her mouth. Then I left to join my friends. The next morning, I woke up in a county jail about 100 miles from home. I had attempted a break and enter, and was caught by the police. That very evening, as I sat in jail, my mother died. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 495-496. Daily Reflections. Centering our thoughts. When World War II broke out, our AA dependence on a higher power had its first major test. AAs entered the services and were scattered all over the world. Would they be able to take the discipline, stand up under fire and endure? As Bill sees it, page 200. I will center my thoughts on a higher power. I will surrender all to this power within me. I will become a soldier for this power. Feeling the might of the spiritual army as it exists in my life today, I will allow a wave of spiritual union to connect me through my gratitude, obedience and discipline to this higher power. Let me allow this power to lead me through the orders of the day. May the steps I take today strengthen my words and deeds. May I know that the message I carry is mine to share, given freely by this power, greater than myself. As Bill sees it. When and how to give. Men who cry for money and shelter as a condition of their sobriety are on the wrong track. Yet we sometimes do provide a new prospect with these very things. When it becomes clear that he is willing to place his recovery first, it is not whether we shall give that is the question, but when and how to give. Whenever we put our work on a material plane, the alcoholic commences to rely upon alms rather than upon a higher power in the AA group. He continues to insist that he cannot master alcohol until his material needs are cared for. Nonsense. Some of us have taken very hard knocks to learn this truth. That, job or no job, wife or no wife, we simply do not stop drinking so long as we place material dependence upon other people ahead of dependence on God. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 98. Big Book Quote. Men and women drink essentially because they like the effect produced by alcohol. The sensation is so elusive that while they admit it is injurious, they cannot after a time differentiate the true from the false. To them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. They are restless, irritable, and discontented, unless they can again experience the sense of ease and comfort which comes at once by taking a few drinks which they see others taking with impunity. The Doctor's Opinion, page 28. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. We must be willing to make amends to all the people we have harmed. We must do the best we can to repair the damage done in the past. When we make amends, when we say, "I'm sorry," the person is sure at least to be impressed by our sincere desire to set right the wrong. Sometimes people we are making amends to admit their own fault, so feuds of long standing melt away. Our most ruthless creditors will sometimes surprise us. In general, we must be willing to do the right thing, no matter what the consequences may be for us. Have I made a sincere effort to make amends to the people I have harmed? Meditation for the day. The grace of God cures disharmony and disorder in human relationships. Directly you put your affairs with their confusion and their difficulties into God's hands. He begins to effect a cure of all the disharmony and disorder. You can believe that he will cause you no more pain in the doing of it than a physician who knows how to effect a cure would cause a patient. You can have faith that God will do all that is necessary as painlessly as possible, but you must be willing to submit to his treatment, even if you cannot now see the meaning or purpose of it. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may willingly submit to whatever spiritual discipline is necessary. I pray that I may accept whatever it takes to live a better me. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. My name is Kirsty, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952 through 2001.